If your marketing only works when it costs you something like your time, your energy, your peace, it's never going to stabilize that way. It's just going to keep asking you for more. And before I go any further, I want to clear something up. I am not about to talk to you about motivation, discipline, or needing to want your goals badly enough, because that's bullshit. Because what this actually comes down to is how your marketing was structured in the first place and the deal that it quietly made with you. And if you're a high achieving service provider, this is already probably feeling very familiar. But here's what I see constantly, especially at the beginning of the year. You're not feeling burnt out yet or checked out, and you haven't started hating marketing yet. You actually kick the year off feeling very responsible. You're feeling responsible for the goals that you set, responsible for the income you want to maintain or grow, and responsible for keeping things moving, right? And somewhere along the way, marketing became the place where you started coming in second because you care deeply about doing things right. And for a lot of service providers, that's what serious business and entrepreneurship has always looked like. High achieving service providers, especially, don't default to sacrifice based marketing because they don't know any better. You do it because it works. At least it works in the short term, right? Doing what works usually means doing what costs you the most. More time, more output, more availability, more emotional bandwidth. So you push harder, you show up more, you override your preferences, you tell yourself this is just the season that you're in. And to be clear, that response does make sense because this comes up constantly inside of marketing counsel. Because my clients, they're not lazy, they're actually super committed, but they're also loyal to a version of success that has always required sacrifice. And marketing is the first place that they quietly abandon themselves. And it's never dramatic or intentionally, just gradually as goals start to take priority. And this is never a personal failure, it's a pattern. So here's what I want to challenge. And it's something that's deeply baked into marketing culture. Sacrifice gets framed as commitment, but most of the time it's actually a design issue. Sacrifice based marketing feels productive because it responds when you give it more. When you put in more time, more effort, more urgency, you usually see movement, right? And the problem is that it trains the system to depend on it, your attention, your intensity, your willingness to override yourself. So, as your goals grow, the demands grow right alongside with them. More content, more presence, more pressure. At that point, the business isn't really scaling, it's consuming. It's marketing that only works when you give more of yourself, and it will always ask for more of yourself. So, instead, the shift I want you to consider isn't tactical, it's more relational. When marketing is something that you're constantly trying to appease, it keeps moving the bar. There's always another push season, another stretch. But when marketing is something that you lead, it gets contained. Leadership based marketing doesn't revolve around how much more you can give, it's built around what the system needs to function without relying on pressure or intensity. That's what my work prioritizes: containment over expansion. Protecting the person behind the marketing isn't a soft decision, it's a strategic one that I make willingly. Marketing counsel exists because once goals enter the room, most people stop choosing themselves. And the system will always take advantage of that if no one intervenes. So I'm not saying you should want less, I'm saying your marketing should not require sacrifice for it to work. This is the pattern that we interrupt inside marketing counsel. It's where I don't tell you to do less and I don't pile on tactics. We rebuild marketing so it can carry your goals without consuming you in the process. Learn more about marketing counsel and book your spot at the link in the description below. And if this video put words to something that you've been carrying for a while, you don't have to sort this out alone, and you don't have to erase yourself to be serious about growth.